such a thing. But he is so far loving Oakland, it seems like. And I think for me, he is definitely a stay as well. Mike Fiers, getting paid $4 million a year, is definitely going to be staying. So that leaves Homer Bailey and Chris Bassett. Homer Bailey has gotten the pay of $250,000 since the move to Oakland. That's how much Oakland is paying him. What would it cost to let him go? Not much, but Homer Bailey has, I like Homer Bailey. This is the thing that with Homer Bailey, the games that he does pitch bad, it is very bad, very bad games that he has when he does struggle a bit. The Astro game with the 9 earned runs, and the Cub game with the 7 earned runs, but those are the only 2 games that he has really, really pitched bad for the Oakland Athletics. But with the Mariners, he went scoreless. Or no, he went 2 runs allowed. Texas, 3 runs. Brewers, 2 runs. And the most recent outing against San Francisco, 0 earned runs. So it's really a guy that can give you some quality innings when you need it. And I think he fits well with what Oakland needs, and he's pretty good. But that leaves Chris Bassett. Chris Bassett being another good surprise. We all know Chris Bassett is a great pitcher. We all know that, ever since he's come from the White Sox, I thought, this guy is a steal. This guy is a great pitcher. I think he can be a great fit for what we're trying to do. A young pitcher that has great stuff, that can get outs. And he has been pitching great as of lately. Ever since the 6-run game that he gave up to the Mariners of the 6th of July, he has been locked in with the scoreless outing with the White Sox on the 13th. 2-run ball with the Twins. 4-run ball with the Astros, which is a little struggle, but it's the Astros, 4 runs and 6 innings pitched. That's not too bad. The Brewers went scoreless. The Cubs only allowed 2 runs, and with the White Sox went scoreless as well with 7 strikeouts. So you can make the case that Chris Bassett is a fit for this starting rotation as well. But Chris Bassett does also have experience going in the bullpen as well. I think you would want to keep any of these pitchers in the pitching staff of the major leagues. You would want to probably move one of them in the bullpen or something. I don't know. It's going to be a hard decision because Manaea is someone, when ready, I think, for me at least, should be in the major leagues, and I think he can take in anyone's spot. Because Manaea, just simply of how good Manaea is and how much you have to respect Manaea, he is going to be in the rotation, whether we like it or not, and I'm okay with it, But it's just a matter of fact of who is going to go. I can't really answer that, but if I would have to take a guess, I think the A's will probably move Bassett to the bullpen or something, or they would probably option him out. But when Luzardo comes up, that is going to be another hard one because I don't know who to put down. Most likely Homer Bailey. But who knows, and we have to see how things go. The injuries can come back for Manaea or Luzardo. Hopefully not, but that still can happen. We probably need another lefty in the starting rotation anyways, Brent Anderson being the lone one. So that's going to be interesting. But the bullpen as well is expecting A.J. Puck to come up. But who will go down? Trinan struggling, Trevino struggling, Soria struggling, Buckner kind of struggling. Diekman, in a way, struggling as well. Wong is doing okay. Petit is having a great year, and Hendricks is having a great year. So those two are basically the ones holding in the bullpen so far. But let's see the ones with the options. Trevino is not being used whatsoever. Like Wong, I think, is being used more than Trevino is recently. That is how bad Trevino has been. So an option can probably benefit him just to get some things figured out. So let's see the last couple of games of Wong. The last couple of games with the Cubs, that was his last game in the 6th with two earned runs. The Cardinals, he went 1 run. With the Brewers, he came in and had a shutdown .1 inning. The Rangers, he allowed 3 runs. So he's been allowing a little bit more runs as we go. But that's what we expected. We expected him to decline a bit. But he does still give you a good option as a left-handed reliever. And he does have one option left. So if A.J. Puck does come in, do the A's send down Trevino or do they send down Wong? And that is a very hard decision, because, Wong has been a little better than Trevino so far this season. But Trevino does give you a good option to come in and have a lot of experience. But I think it is going to be interesting regardless. These two could probably do good for the AAA affiliate and try to get things going again. But if I would have to pick, I think I would have Trevino go down just so he can be ready for September. Give him a little time to really gather things around. He needs more innings pitched. He does have options left, so just use him. I think he can figure things out, and he can come in September when the roster expands and really help out the A's when that time comes around. The last topic we're going to talk about is Marcus Semien changing his agent to a former minor leaguer. And Semien is already talking about his extension. 3 years ago, would I want to extend Marcus Semien? I would still want to extend Marcus Semien just because he hit 27 homers. He showed potential offensively. It's someone that you have to respect, But since the first year with Oakland, we all know that he went on a big rant where he had a lot of errors going down. You just have to admire and respect the good baseball that he's been playing since then. It's really been impressive of what Marcus Semien has done, both offensively and defensively. But I'm very much impressed of what Marcus Semien has given the Oakland Athletics. But he's been tremendous. And a lot of people think that the A's are going to re-sign him, and I would probably want to if I were Oakland. But he is someone that is going to want a good amount of money. His first time getting offered the contract extension, he is going to be a free agent after next year, so he still is going to be in our team next year. Hopefully, if they don't move him by then. But they are talking about $15 million per year for Marcus Semien, which is really deserving because he is one of the better shortstops in the game. He's had a great year defensively and a great year offensively, hitting 19 home runs and playing great defense. 4.9 WAR, according to stats, is the second best player on the team stat-wise. Great defense, 1.0 defensive WAR. He has locked things down. He's more patient at the plate, 65 walks. He has been great all around, and I think Marcus Semien does deserve it. But we all know what happens with Billy Beane when it comes to extensions. Probably he's a little more careful who he gives it to. Is Marcus Semien going to be one of those guys? I don't know. Jorge Mateo knocking on the door as well. Franklin Barreto kind of struggling, but if he does get the permanent spot, probably that might help him. Who knows? But I don't know what the A's have in mind. But Semien is an Oakland A right now. Let's admire Semien at this moment. Last thing, I guess, Nathan, the Radar Man Patterson. We all know the little thing that happened with Nathan Patterson. Was a guy who went to a game and then he pitched. He did his little challenge where he just threw over 90 miles per hour, and then he got scouted by the A's. He got signed, and now he is a professional player for an MLB team, which is our Oakland A's. In his debut for the Athletics Gold, which is the lower-ranked team, he struck out the side, so he has started his career pretty good. Pretty impressive for Nathan Patterson. Congratulations to him. So that is it. We love to have you guys here next week with the 13th episode. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this week, this crazy amount of baseball. The next 3 series are going to be the New York Yankees after the Houston series, San Francisco for the weekend, Kansas City, and then New York again. This homestand is going to be the most important one, but so buy your tickets, support your A's team, and make sure that you really are there supporting your Oakland Athletics and supporting this team that has a good chance of making the playoffs. So I am MJ Hernandez, and this is Athletics Weekly.